Hey guys, how is it going? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to World of Warcraft. This is Happy the Gnome. I am a little bit out of practice with the old recording. Obviously, I've taken a week off for Christmas and New Year. Hope you guys had a lovely time. Happy New Year to everyone. Yeah, it's been a really peaceful time for us. We've just sort of relaxed and reset. I was feeling a little bit burnt out at the end of the old year there, and now I'm feeling much better. I have been playing Happy off camera, because I wanted to get to a point where we were getting actual new content. I think I've talked about it before, but basically with all the characters that we had, we were getting to the same point a lot, and we went progressing, and I just wanted to break through that barrier. So we are level 34, and I've done a few little bits, but we're now in South Shore. I did wetlands and stuff like that. It was just all this early game stuff that I thought, you know, we've done all this before, and... Oh, hello. And, yeah. So, first thing I'm going to do, I think, is go into my add-ons and go to LeatrixPlus automation, and I'm going to turn quest automation off. Because I think what we'll do is we'll try and read some of them. So, we're going to ease ourselves back into this. Like I said, I'm probably a little bit out of practice with all of this. So yeah, how are you guys? We are really good. It is a Thursday morning. It's the 2nd, I believe. Yes. And yeah, had a lovely Christmas time. We spent the morning with Kirsty's family, and then we ate Christmas dinner with my family and played games and did presents and stuff like that. And then Boxing Day we hosted here after going around to Kirsty's parents again, which is a bit of a tradition. They have like an open house, you know, to eat all the leftovers and stuff like that. And then the cousins of the family came round and we all had a few drinks and played some games, and yeah, it was a really good time. And then the past week, Kirsty's been a bit under the weather, so we've kind of just been taking it easy. We've played some WoW, we've watched a lot of movies, and yeah, just sort of reset. And yeah, so I hope you've all had a good peaceful time as well. So we're going to do this quest, which is down the coast. Transferred from the Storm and City Guard to South Shore, a town that should be abandoned by the looks of it. Smelled the harbour day and night. Not to mention old Redpath wants me to take care of the Murlocs. Ha! I can barely rouse myself to go out to some of the pockets of the overgrown fish down the western strand. If you would go in my place and take care of it, I'd appreciate it. So we've got a lazy Alliance guard who wants us to kill some of these Murlocs. Now it looks like it's very busy. So what I'm going to do... Anyone... You can't see this, I'm just in guild. Anyone not on layer 2... Good. A layer. Pleasey. Guild is going well. The officers have really been great. They've sort of developed their little raiding core. I explained from the beginning though, raiding isn't super high on my list of priorities at the moment. I'm going to raid and I'm looking forward to it, but in terms of raid leading, managing all that, that was never my sort of intention, but we've got people in the guild who want to do that. So... Someone has just invited me, I think it's Muffin, it is Muffin, to see if I will layer to a different layer. But he's also too. It worked. Awesome, okay. Oof, God. Double Oracle is not fun. And to be fair, we're not fully prepped, are we? I need to summon some water. So, yeah, what have I been doing? I have done Shimmering Flats. I've done a RFK run. I've done Gnome. I didn't want to record Gnome because it's always a hassle. Like, even if you get people who've done it like 500 times, it's still a hassle. And to be fair, it wasn't too bad, but it was still, like, it took ages and just, yeah. I don't think it would have been a very good piece of content. So, yeah, but yeah, the guild's going well. Muffin and Gaia, who are people that I know from outside the guild, who came back to Classic. I think they were playing retail, and sort of the anniversary sort of brought people back in, which was awesome. They're kind of focused on recruiting like the raid core, and there's some lovely people. And obviously you guys who are part of the community, who are part of the guild, thank you so much for continuing with us. It's been great to... oh, have we gone a bit too far? We have. To get to know you guys, it's been a load of fun. And everyone is just really nice. Obviously I started the guild, but I don't really... I'm not... Calling myself guild leader isn't fair, because the officers are doing a lot of the... what you'd call the real guild work, recruiting other raiders, helping, they're all 60 at the moment. I've really taken my time with it, really, and I'd like to get to 60, to be honest. Which is another reason why I've sort of been doing it off camera as well, which I think I explained I was going to do. So they're all like helping each other getting geared. They did a sign up mini raid yesterday. Not raid, but it's a mini raid, isn't it? Blackwing layer. Not Blackwing layer. Ubers and Elbers. UBRS and LBRS, should I say. So yeah, and they've been helping each other gear up and stuff. It's awesome. And what is great about it is, I don't think it's lost the core of being a friendly guild, and I think that's because the other officers, once again, Muffin and Gaia, they play other games. They're not like I don't know, raid 3 times a week, super sweaty, raiders. So I guess what that means is that they're tailoring the sort of the raid schedule around that, and we're recruiting people like that. So we've got people who like want to do the odd weekends, or the odd Thursday and stuff like that. And it's all very, we've pushed forward this idea that it's, we're a social guild. We want to do stuff together, and we want it to be fun. So hopefully that's what will happen. We've not, touch wood, we've not had any issues with people, or, like behaviors and stuff like that. It's bound to happen. It always happens with guilds, but everyone has been really cool. So if you want to join... Oh, here's Louis. He's just come down from bed. Oh, you've woke up finally, have you? Hello. Yeah, give any of us a whisper. I always show you this, but yeah, like members upwards can invite. So yeah, just whisper one of us. I'm sure, even if you manage to whisper initiates who can't invite, you'll end up they'll end up. Oh my god! What? They'll end up getting you to the right person. And if you want to make sure, just either invite me on Happi. I'm either on Happi or my Paladin, which I play with Curse, which is Midwinter. I'll be on either one of those if I'm online. A big group there, so we want to be careful on that. We're doing okay so far. I'm still frost. I've really just pushed things into single target. I've literally just been frost bolting everything. And to be fair, I've actually really enjoyed just... Oh my god. Okay, this hunter's... You've got to help me, dude. Okay, let's get a sheep out. Sorry, I'm just concentrating. God, that boar is insane. It's just taking everything. Okay, let's do that. And then let's help him with a... blizzard. Oof. Well, he came along just in time, didn't he? So yeah, we've done Gnomegan, Race and Crawl. We did a lot of the quests for it. I think we're pretty much... Yeah, I need to actually hand a few things in. We've got a quest to go back, but you know what? I am not going back. But yeah, we've got the Scarlet Monastery guild instances to come up. They should be good. I enjoy them. Probably some of my favourite. But I'm probably going to go to Desolus first and make sure that we get all the pre-quests done for it as well. Just need to check something. When's our next Frostbolt? $38. Yeah, okay. So we're pretty much up to date with stuff. I should grab Mage armor, to be fair. And a new Cone of Cold, but we don't need all of this. We've been doing absolutely fine just focusing on Frost. Right, I'm gonna turn back this way. Ah. So yeah, I hope you're all safe and happy. It's been a bit of a weird start to the new year, hasn't it? Like, a lot of bad weather in the UK has sort of continued. We had like a little break over Christmas, but it's sort of come back with a bit of a vengeance. You know, it's absolutely freezing out today. I went out before to get the bin in. A very exciting life I lead. And it's frozen out. But yeah, there's lots of weather warnings around the UK, so if you're a UK watcher, I hope you're alright. And obviously there's been some mad shit going on in America, which I won't talk about too much because it sort of probably dips a little bit into... Well, could easily start to dip into like political stuff and that, but you know, I hope you're all okay. Any New Year's resolutions? I have decided to do something a little bit generic because in the past what I've done is I've done something really specific and then I've not been able to live up to that, and that's you know, obviously that's a problem with me, but I think the way that my mind works, it's easier if I do something more generic and then I'll feel like I've actually achieved something. So my resolution is to be more mindful of myself and just to sort of, yeah, be more present with myself and look after myself a bit more. Whether, you know, and that can entail a lot of things. I think the big thing for me is sort of being a bit more aware of my own emotions and when I'm feeling like, if I'm feeling down or if I'm feeling stressed out or a bit, whatever. I'm just taking that moment to sort of think, why am I feeling like this, and trying to deal with it. Because, yeah, at the end of last year, I was feeling really rubbish. I think I was just burnt out, to be fair, with work and stuff. And I know that I shouldn't let this affect me, but there was like a 3-day period where suddenly I got like a few like negative comments on YouTube, and they weren't too bad, but you know, they were. I'm so used to you guys, you know, the lovely community that we built being so nice, and you know, I've had constructive criticism from you guys as well, and I super appreciate that, and that doesn't upset me, obviously, because it's like constructive and I know it comes from a good place. But I got a lot of just mean stuff, and it was I think maybe with the where my head was, it did not, yeah, it didn't go well, and I think I wallowed in it a little bit too much. And obviously some people, and I myself do it sometimes, when you're in that and you can't shake it off. And saying to shake something off is, you know, when you're feeling like that, is just silly. But I think what I mean is to be more, I don't know, well, how do I know? Just sort of realize and sort of accept, okay, this is how I'm feeling. What can I do about it? You know, and be a bit more, I don't know, just a bit more action orientated with, like, okay, maybe I could do this, maybe I could do that, instead of, you know,
you need something?
the way where I just got myself into a bit of a mess. But yeah, I'm all good now.
For the Alliance.
Okay, now we need the heads of the Murlocs. Oh, I should have read that. I do apologise. Would you believe it? Oh, Happi. Red Path wasn't satisfied with all the Murlocs we killed. Oh, now, don't be modest. You had some hand in it. Oh, yeah, very funny. Now he wants me to bring proof back of the dead. Okay. Hacking off cold, slimy Murloc heads to submit for his approval. So, yeah, we'll go kill some more Murlocs. Just grab some more war set and food. There we are. Gear-wise, we got those cool shoes from Gnome. I've got a few little pieces that were donated from other guild members, which is nice. Thank you very much. Got this necklace. What's that, guys? So I'm just answering a question in guild. What else did we get? We've still got those robes. Yeah, so we haven't got like loads of crazy gear. Obviously, when we get into Scarlet Monastery, we're looking at the new staff. There's a nice robe in there as well. But oh, we got Gravestone Scepter from doing BFD. I don't know if I can't remember if I recorded that. I did a load of BFD on my Paladin yesterday with Cursed, so I can't remember which was which, but I think you'll have to oh. Yeah, I think yeah, sorry, I'm being distracted by guild. So they're looking for a add-on that shows dungeon layouts, and I think Atlas had a dungeon mapper add-on, so I was just talking about that. Yes, we did record BFD, didn't we? Because we got the Rod of the Sleepwalker, possibly? Oh, I can't remember. It all sort of blurs into one this time of year, doesn't it? Like, time flows very weird during sort of mid... that Christmas period between Christmas and New Year's. Sorry, I'm just jumping over to the guild Discord just to put a screenshot in. Muffin. Yeah, the guild Discord is really friendly as well. I think the invite's still working. But obviously, yeah, to get into the guild Discord, obviously you need to be part of the guild. It's not really a community, as in a YouTube community guild. Let me know if you would ever be interested in that, and we could look at doing something like that. But right now I don't think it's needed. Right, come on, please. Okay. Okay, you've gone over there for some reason, which I'm not going to complain about. So what do we need? We need 10 heads. Oh, it feels good to be back. I'm glad I took that break. I feel refreshed. Yes, there's going to be new content coming out. I've sort of teased it on the community tab what it's going to be. Subnautica is going to continue as well. Obviously I released that just before Christmas, and then Christmas happened. So, yeah, been busy with that. So that will continue. I've decided to be a bit more, what's the word? Experimental with the channel this year. I want to kind of just... I want to try things. Like, I think what I was so scared of, like, putting out the wrong content, but I've had chats with you guys, and you've been so reassuring that, you're sort of happy to come along this adventure with me. I've said this before, WoW is always going to be the core of this channel, because, I love WoW, I love playing WoW. If I wasn't recording, I'd still be playing it, and that shows because I've been playing Happi off camera. But I keep coming back to the fact that the reason that I wanted this channel to start was to play more games and finish games. So I'm going to be more experimental. That might mean trying things out that might not work and stuff like that. That's going to happen. But I'm going to continue it. I liked doing the cozy content over Christmas, even though that was the stuff that sort of drew the ire of some people because it wasn't exactly how they remembered it and stuff. Fair enough. Looking back at that, those comments mean nothing to me, but I'd still like to do stuff like that. I want to try more edited stuff eventually, but it's just, finding the time to do that. I think I need to change sort of my process, and we'll probably be experimenting with the sort of process. At the moment, usually I record and I edit and I upload within the space of, say, 3 hours. An hour for recording, an hour for rendering, and then, sorry, in the middle there's like, I don't know, maybe half an hour of doing some editing. And then I put it up. I'd like to get to a point where I'm making videos for, like, I don't know, like the next week, and I could spend like a whole week editing something really, cool and stuff like that. The WoW stuff, I don't know whether... I think what we'll do with Happi is like our main dude, isn't he? So I think this is just going to be like, when I'm recording, I will put up what I put up, because it's very sort of conversational and chatty, and that is what people like about that. When we start another character or do like hardcore and stuff like that, maybe we'll look at editing that a little bit. You know, just the more important bits and cutting out all the running and stuff like that. For one, that gives my voice a little bit of a break. And it gives me a chance to sort of edit things and... Yeah, so we're going to give that a go, and then variety stuff... I imagine will mostly be in the sort of Let's Play format, because, you know, it's me wanting to complete games. There might be the odd, like, little cut and stuff like that, but... yeah, so expect different stuff. I want to do more Pokemon stuff, because I loved doing that. It's just a shame that the Renegade Platinum thing, you know, that's an example of me trying something and it didn't really work. That might happen, and I hope you just stick with me. And it's not me being flaky with content. It's just I'm trying to find the balance of stuff you guys enjoy, stuff that I enjoy doing, and stuff that kind of fits with the ethos of the channel. And that might be making the YouTube channel sound, or the idea of a YouTube channel, a bit more grand than it actually is. But you know, I think the channel does have a feel to it. It's quite relaxed and conversational, and, you know, try to be like funny and stuff like that. And I'd want to keep that. You know, you're never going to see me sweating something out. You know, even if we played, like, I used to play competitive shooters back in the day. I used to play Call of Duty. I mean, I literally played the very first Call of Duty, as in 2001, 2000 Call of Duty online. And I've played the most, you know, the modern ones as well. Not the past few years, but like the original Black Ops, I played a load of, and I actually would say I got pretty decent at that, which is surprising, because I would overall describe my gaming talent as pretty mid, which I guess is part of maybe why I called the guild Mid-Ventures and didn't... Not the guild, the channel Mid-Ventures, without realising. I've just realised that, my god. There are certain games I would say that I am, you know, pretty good at. But even, say for example, even if we, for a laugh, decided to play some competitive shooters, it would still be me having fun with it. I just couldn't imagine sitting there getting angry. I mean, maybe if we played something like Overwatch, because historically, when Overwatch first came out, guys, I really got into it. I played it with a friend, and we both, when we played together, we were awesome. Like, we really did well together. And I was fairly decent on my own. I played a fairly good Warthog, I would say. Not Warthog, what's his name? That shows how long it's been. Roadhog? Roadhog. And a lot of the healing classes and stuff like that, but I played originally on PS4, which was a lot of fun, but obviously at the time that came out, the competitive scene really, it was still very, you know, PC orientated and stuff like that, and I don't think there was cross-play at that time. So I felt like, so not a lot of people went on voice, so there wasn't a lot of teamwork. So the fact that me and my friend played over voice together meant that we could sort of combine our skills and talk and do things. So maybe that's why we did well. But like, I think I've never screamed like, "Where is the team?" so much than playing the original Overwatch. Honestly, like, you'd be trying to push or something, and then you'd be like, "Where's the rest of the team?" And they're just, dicking about somewhere. I'm getting angry just thinking about it. But yeah, I used to love Overwatch. Obviously, Overwatch 2 has become a bit of a meme, hasn't it? Really, as maybe not a bad game, but sort of an allegory for corporate greed, and did it really need to be a sequel and stuff like that? And it's not as good, and yeah. But it looks like that new Marvel's game, is it Marvel's Rivals, has sort of maybe taken the mantle of that sort of competitive shooter, hero shooter that people, probably still want. And it's, by all accounts, they've knocked it out the park. Which I'm surprised, because I forget what the game was called, but that hero shooter, God, what was it called? It was here for such a short time, I can't remember. I think, was it live for about 7 days? Was it a Ubisoft thing? I can't remember. But it was a hero shooter. And it was literally like, here, it cost millions to make, and nobody wanted to play it. So, but obviously there is a people do want hero shooters, and obviously this one has done well and done it how people want it, which is fair enough. It's obviously going to be a big year for Ubisoft, isn't it? Because they've had a lot of misses recently, and I get it. I quite like some Ubisoft games for what they are. They're not barnstorming, amazing games. Maybe you could say like some of the Assassin's Creeds are, but I've had a lot of fun with them. Like Wildlands, Ghost Recon Wildlands. Love that game. It's a game that went on a bit too long, and sort of maybe follows that Ubisoft formula a bit too much, to the point where I think I played about half of it, and then I thought, okay, I need a break from this, and then I went back to it and finished it a few months later, and I enjoyed it, but I didn't finish it all. Oh, I'm out of mana. Uh-oh. As in, at the end, I just rushed the story, and there was more stuff that I could have done, but I got so annoyed, I was just like, okay, I've had my time with this game, come on, let's just finish it now. But it is a load of fun, honestly, it's so fun. I played it a little bit on the multiplayer channel with 3Peak and Top Chris, and it was really, really, really fun. Like, a real good laugh. I love Far Cry 5, the one in America, the culty one. I'd like to finish that, I've never finished that, but I really enjoyed it. That could be an interesting thing to play on the channel. Another thing, just talking about the channel, I had this thought of like, because I've been talking about how I want to complete games. I realised I also want to share games from my past, games that I've played as well. So I'd like to do some like childhood classic games as well, games that I've really enjoyed in the past, and share it with you and maybe talk about my experiences with it. So yeah, there's going to be a nice mix. In terms of new games coming out, I mean, I'm not that kind of gamer that's sort of on the cutting edge of gaming news and, what's coming up. I mean, obviously GTA 6 might be coming out, maybe. I don't know whether it's later this year or next year, but obviously I'd be excited for that. Whether I'd put it on the channel, I don't know, but I'll play that because I love the GTA games. Who doesn't? But okay, we need to... Yeah, I knew that was going to happen, and you're going to pull that one. So we need to put one of those on. Yeah, but I don't know if there's any sort of games coming out that really excite me. I think I've been burnt so much by recent releases and sort of realised that modern games, at least big AAAs, aren't really my thing. I was so sad about Dragon Age Veilguard. I wanted to like it, and I don't know if I wanted to like it because it got backlash for, like, you know, the sort of political stuff. And I don't know whether with the way I am sort of politically minded, I thought, is this just an overreaction by people who want to, you know, to hate these, you know, for the reasons that, you know, I know I'm skating around the issue, I do apologise, but, you know, there was a lot of issues around representation and gender and all of that stuff, and I'm not going to get into it, but my thought was, is it that bad? Or were people looking for something to rage at? And I would have liked to have played it through more just to know myself, but sadly, I don't think the game was very engaging. I mean, I never even got to that point where I could say, oh yeah, they did push this a bit too much, or I have no idea, because I genuinely couldn't get into it. Because it just did not capture me, and it's an ongoing thing for me with modern games. I really struggle to sort of get into them. I don't know whether it's just the way my mind works, and I like cozy games that I'm aware, you know, that I know. Maybe just my gaming habits have changed. Right, we're going to get this last head, hopefully from you. Yes, we are. Okay, and we're going to head back to South Shore. We're coming up to 40 minutes. Awesome. And we're going to leave the episode there, I think. It's good to be back. Thank you for your patience over the festive period. But I do not resent, or regret, should I say, taking the time off. Just the way I feel now recording this, I feel completely different to how I was recording before Christmas. Once again, I wasn't in the best frame of mind, but I felt like I was just sort of going through the motions, whereas I've really enjoyed this. I feel like I've been more chatty, and I don't think I was. I must apologise, really. I don't think some of those last videos I put out have not been my best in terms of commentary and stuff, and I think it's just because of the mind frame that I was in. So thank you for sticking through. 2025, hopefully, will be a good year for the channel. I'd love to get 500 subscribers. You know, it's a little goal for myself. You know, we're on 3010 or 309 at the moment. 500 would be awesome. So if you're watching this now and you like it, please consider subscribing. I'm not one of those YouTubers who pushes it too much, but it would really help. You know, all of that stuff does help. The reason people ask for likes and subscriptions and all that is because it does help channels grow. So if you could do that for me, I'd really appreciate it. If you don't like it, that's fine as well. Okay, off we go into the inn. We'll talk to our friend Oranel here.
Greetings. Have a good one.
Oh, for the love of the light, they're dripping on the ground. Can't stand touching those things myself. Fish are all well and good, but when they grow legs and start walking around, haven't eaten fish in weeks, let me tell you. And in South Shore, that means you aren't eating much.
See you around.
You know, Happi, I'd really rather not take these heads since you've already got a handle on them. Would you mind delivering them to Redpath?
Be careful.
I will. Here he is, Marshal Redpath.
What can I do for you? See you around. Have a good one.
Farron's errand boy, are you? If you assisted Farron in procuring these heads, then thank you. South Shore needs hard work as an effort to maintain its protection.
For the Alliance.
Please inform Lieutenant Oranel that I would like him to refocus his efforts on the Naga, infesting the Eastern Strand.
Be careful.
Okay, we'll hand this in, and then we will we'll finish up here.
Hey there.
The Naga, eh? Redpath must just receive the same information as me. Yeah, okay. My former mentor in the Stormwind City Guard sent a message to me that Alliance High Commander is becoming concerned with the threat posed by the Naga. From what he's heard, there's a good chance of promotion, or at least reassignment, for anyone who proves valuable in this regard. There's just one small problem. I can't handle the Naga, Happy. Oh, sure, I could break up drunken barroom brawl or haul off belligerent beggars. But the Naga, that's very well written, I like that. But the Naga are too much for me. You've got to help me, Happy.
Have a good one.
Okay, we will do that. Right, guys and gals, thank you so much for watching this episode of Happy the Gnome, our Frost Mage in the anniversary edition of World of Warcraft. We are on Thunderstrike EU if you would like to join. Whisper any of us. We're all cool, awesome, funny people. And if you are also an awesome, cool, and funny person, you are more than welcome to join. Thank you so much for watching, and bye for now.